good. Christmas was good. Just be good to be back in person, man. Finally.
For real.
Jeez.
It's been a minute, y'all. We missed y'all.
I said it was weird.
He's all trying to be all calm. Like have you been doing this?
I know. I put my headphones on. I was like, I haven't heard my voice in a long time. It's annoying, man.
Yeah, we back at it like a crack at it.
TSR show, baby. TSR Media, we back.
All right, let's kick it off, right? What we got cooking?
Let's kick it off with the off the top. I know I ain't got one.
Yeah, I got one this week. It's about NBA, more about James Harden, and it's not more about James Harden himself, just NBA players forcing trades. I think it's bullshit. I think when you sign a contract, I think you should acknowledge it, especially when they cater to the player. A lot of times these guys are forcing trades that they cater to them 100%. Everybody that's played with them has probably wanted it gone. And now they want to leave and they want to force a trade and act like a bunch of whining little babies.
Right.
I think it's just bullshit. And Marcos had brought this up that the NBA players, all their money's guaranteed. So I don't know what they're bitching about.
Right.
What it is they're ring chasing. I think LeBron started all this shit going to Miami, but he didn't force trades, but he started them people ring chasing, going to teams to get rings, and I think that shit's bullshit already.
Mm-hmm.
No loyalty in the NBA, no more Birds, Magics, who else? Kobe Bryant's, none of that shit anymore.
Derek
Fisher. No, he's team, bro. No loyalty at all, especially from your superstars. Your superstars are forcing these franchises to get rid of them, and then they're pouting like a bunch of little idiots, and then it's forcing them to go ahead and get shit for them back. And that's my problem, and I just have a problem with that. And I hate when I hear a fucking millionaire bitching about their lives that they're not happy. They need to shut the fuck up and get paid for it.
Here he goes.
Yeah.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
This is what we're missing.
And your fucking problems are not bad, bro. You gotta play basketball for a fucking living. Shut the fuck up, do your fucking job, and know what? This fat bastard has the fucking balls to show up 20 pounds overweight. You get
But he
paid.
still dropped.
Yeah,
He
no,
still-
no, not the point. This is off the top. But he still dropped buckets. I admit that. But he gets paid to stay in shape. So you fat fuck, trim your beard and stop bitching. You're a millionaire. You have it easy. You play basketball for a living. You have it better than a lot of people. So shut the fuck up, do your job, and stop forcing these people to trade you. You ruin the franchise, not them.
I'm not accepting any James Harden slander right now. This man was out partying and he was quarantined, and on his first day back, he dropped plus 40. Plus 40. So I don't want to hear no James Harden slander.
I didn't talk about his talent. I'm talking about his baby ass attitude.
Okay. So here I'm gonna keep my off the top short and sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna get political. And here's what it is. Okay, so you got many of these, and I'm going to call them Trump supporters. It's mostly Trump supporters, and which we call them MAGAs. And it's what I got to say. A lot of them are like, I'm boycotting football. I'm not watching football this year because of them taking a knee or their political stance or whatever, right? So, for example, this team, we'll just call it, say, the Cowboys or whoever. Yeah, I'm not watching football. I'm not doing this and that because so-and-so took a knee. But hold up. How do we know that? How do you know for a fact that everybody on that team has the same political stance as the dude that took a knee? How do we know that?
We don't.
But they're grouping it all. So it's hypocritical when someone says, fuck the police. I wasn't going to try to curse it, I just cursed.
I thought he went on behind the scenes
Okay,
like, I'm gonna curse.
Okay, so
that's near to his heart.
Okay, back to it. When someone says, when a cop, there's a dirty cop in the force, there's a cop that is doing shady stuff, and they commit a crime, they commit a murder wrongfully, and then someone says, fuck the police. Yet the Trump supporters are saying, no, not every cop is dirty. Not every cop is dirty. Why are you saying fuck the police? Not every cop is dirty. Okay. Does that mean that the guy that's not taking a knee has the same stance as the guy that's taking a knee or having the same political aspect? But you're saying fuck football. That's hypocritical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's hypocritical. It's like if we work at a certain place and the customer has had trouble with say someone else, corporate or whatever it is, and then here comes a foot soldier of the company and you take it out on us, and I'm like, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. Why am I getting the brunt of it when I didn't do that? Wouldn't that be wrong? That'd be wrong. So it's kind of hypocritical when someone says, I'm not watching football. I'm just going to watch NASCAR. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I did that voice, but you know, it's I should have a soundboard working, but someone didn't turn on the left and the right on the Zoom down there. I had turned it on, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I had turned it on.
I just
So-
come here and sit down.
Yeah. That's my off the top.
What?
Okay, so let me be devil's advocate.
Okay, yeah, please,
So let me be
please.
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
I just want to say this. One's entertainment, one's public service.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know, maybe they look at it different than that, but should they? I don't get it. Like,
Okay, so yeah. So here's the thing. Here's okay. That's a good one. Devil's advocate. That's a good one. But I want to keep the off the top short and sweet.
Okay,
I
go for it.
don't want to do the off the top 17 minutes long like it usually is. Let's get into some sports.
Let's do it up. Well, thank you guys for that off the top.
from actor today.
So let's get into some NFL. Now we're nearing the end of the regular season of the NFL. And so what we wanted to kind of get into, as opposed to talking to the games, is let's start talking about the playoff picture. What's it looking like? So the way we kind of wanted to break it down was, we know the teams, as of right now, we know the teams that for sure are going to be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know who they're going to be facing or what the games are going to look like, we wanted to talk about lumping them into basically
Categories.
categories.
Tiers.
Yeah, tiers. Yeah,
TSR
more
tiers.
the TSR tiers. And the tiers are going to go down like this. You got your contenders, your pretenders, your sleepers, and your one and dones. All right? So we're going to stick with the AFC. So Kansas City, which tier are you going to put Kansas City on?
Contenders.
Contenders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with contender.
I think that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
They're the team to beat.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
the team to beat. All right, so I knew that was going to run quick. Next in the AFC, you got Pittsburgh, who just won their division. So we're going to start with that. Why is that all quiet?
I got Pittsburgh as pretenders. I think that we saw their true colors towards the end of the season.
In these past couple
In these
of
past
weeks.
couple of weeks, you guys looked fucking garbage. Well, not garbage, but they didn't look good.
Right.
They didn't look good at all.
All right, Smurf.
So
What
we got.
tier?
So I'm gonna put. We got a lot of Pittsburgh fans that watch the TSR show, and you might have just offended them, but I'm gonna offend them again. I
As
am
wearing
going.
black and yellow.
I'm gonna go. So we got what? Contender, pretender.
We got contenders, tier 1, pretenders, tier 2, sleepers, tier 3, and then one and dones, tier 4.
Okay.
Those are like the come on mans.
Yeah, they barely made the playoffs or whatever.
I'm gonna put the Steelers under pretender, simply for the fact that I think they peaked.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
they peaked.
I like the way you described that.
That's a good one. That's
yeah,
a good
that's
way
a
to
good
put
way
it.
to put it. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just, past 4 weeks, they kind of, it really started to kind of trickle down after they lost to the Cowboys, I noticed that. You
You're stupid, bro.
So I think after the Cowboys win, really, they showed a lot of deficiencies in that game, and you really started to see them take a dip. And Juju stopped dancing, finally.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, do you guys know if he danced today?
No, he stopped.
no, he stopped
He
for
said
the
he
betterment
stopped.
of him and his teammates.
Yeah.
He stopped doing it.
And he had a good game.
That's
He finally had a good game. So he needs to stop dancing in order for him to have a good game.
Wait, but before that, so I saw an interesting stat. He hadn't had a 100-yard game since AB left.
Mm-hmm. I think he had one today. I know.
But that's what
You
I'm
gotta
saying.
get
So
today.
before today, he didn't have one 100-yard
And
game.
here's a shout out to him. Don't act like Antonio Brown. Stop doing the fucking
He started to get that a little bit, huh?
He doesn't act like no
No,
Antonio
but
Brown.
he's little by little, gradually they start getting
Yeah.
this fucking little ego because they're wide receivers and they start thinking that they're better than their team and they start pulling antics like that. That's when you need to learn how to stop and just fucking win.
Because that's kind of what you saw with AB.
Little by little.
You know, it started with dancing, being entertaining. We all loved it. Then it started locker room, fucking
Yeah.
speeches were being filmed and all
Yeah.
that. So
He had 9 receptions for 96 yards
he still has had a 100-yard game.
and a tug.
But still not 100 yards since AB left. That says a lot.
Yeah.
AB was telling the truth when he said, "I made you." You know?
Well, it's made him because now your second option always gets hit harder
Yeah.
when you have a good receiver like
Yeah.
him.
Right.
All right, let's
next
stick to the AFC. And we know that Buffalo is going in. So this one's interesting. I think we might all be tiering them differently. But I want to start with that and see where you go.
I'm gonna go contenders. Contenders on that.
Contenders?
Yeah. They're a little suspicion of mischief, but I just hope they're not too young not to win. I hope they go in there strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go contender. I think they're the biggest threat to the Chiefs right now, and we didn't see that early in the season because they were getting their stuff together. But I feel like right now they're peaking. They're peaking at the right moment.
See, and because of that, I have them actually as a sleeper team. Because in a sense of
Nah.
we know what they are, but there's still that little bit of doubt.
It's quiet.
Yes,
That's
it's
why
like
you're calling
that's
them
what I'm
sleeper,
saying.
yeah.
That's why I'm doing a sleeper
Yeah.
because it's not like we're not seeing them as a bona fide contender, but we're like, they
Yeah,
could
this isn't
possibly
ex-
be Kansas
Yeah,
City.
this isn't exactly Jim Kelly behind.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
just there's that little bit of doubt, but I think they're good enough to take it all the way.
Okay.
Now, that's all we know from the AFC as of right now. Because you still have 8 teams in the hunt. Only 7 of them.
So which team do we think that could make it?
I guess
We're not going down each team.
We can.
you want to go.
Yeah.
I thought we were just okay.
No,
that's
no.
my fault.
No,
I thought we
it's
were
cool.
just talking about the bona fide picks
So
that are
pull
going
them
in
up.
right
So
now.
pull them up on yours.
Okay. So we'll start with the Browns.
Okay, the Browns. Okay, so the Browns lost today to the Jets. Jets really missing out on Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So we got Browns.
I don't have the Browns anywhere. I think they're non-contenders. What is it? Pretenders.
Pretenders?
Pretenders. Yeah.
Yeah, I got them under. I got them. No. You know what? I'm gonna have the Browns under sleeper.
What?
I'm gonna have them under sleeper.
For all the
I'm
shit
gonna-
we talk about Baker Mayfield, now we're winning those sleepers.
I'm gonna have them under sleeper. Just not because of Baker Mayfield. It's gonna be despite Baker Mayfield.
I actually have them as a one and done.
Okay.
Okay.
One and
that's
done.
A one and
reasonable.
done. Yeah, I think they're good enough to make it to the playoffs, but just.
What's their scenario?
Now they might miss the playoffs. I don't know.
That's the thing.
I don't know.
That's why. Okay, so that's why we're talking. If now we're talking in a sense, if these other teams get in, because
Right,
one is going
right,
to miss their chance.
right.
So this
Right.
is the hypothetical
Right.
that y'all see
Right.
on this.
So all these
sports
Steelers fans
line.
all that out there probably know the scenario of them getting in or not.
Right,
Yes,
right.
exactly. So then the team right behind them, you got the Titans.
The Titans.
Who you got?
I have them as a sleeper.
Why do you laugh at me like that?
No.
Like what?
You got headphones
I
on.
got headphones and
Oh.
I'm actually looking at me like. No, I got the Titans as a sleeper.
Sleeper?
Yeah, I got them as a sleeper. I think they are sneaky good. I think that sometimes they underperform. I think a lot of times we overlook them for a lot of ways.
Damn. You choked it over there?
No, this guy threw a lump.
Okay, so I am gonna go with Pretender. Simply because of the defense. I believe in the offense, I believe in Derrick Henry, I believe in Ryan Tannehill. I I think Ryan Tannehill is low-key having a good year, but just because of the
Disagree.
defense, I'm gonna go with Pretender.
I'm gonna have to go with, when it comes to the Titans, I don't want to say contenders, but I will put them as a sleeper team. They kind of remind me a little bit of last season, where they're not blowing me away to where I'm like, damn, they look good. But like kind of like last season was like, damn, they won again?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
where'd they come
What?
from?
Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's where I think a sleeper. Now after the Titans we got Smurf. Give me up.
Let's go with the Colts.
Pretenders. I don't think the Colts are that good. I think they're still struggling under Phillip Rivers. I don't think they're that good.
You don't think they're that good?
Nah, I don't think they're.
They almost beat Pittsburgh today.
Almost though.
Okay.
Almost doesn't count.
I'm gonna go with one and done.
Ah, he took mine. I thought I was gonna get all mine.
Simply for the fact of Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, like, he throws out full, doesn't he?
I thought he was telling me to stop. I would say one and done.
It's Lincoln, I know. It's...
Okay.
I would.
What about? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say one and done. I think their defense is actually pretty good, but their offense is not helping them get over that hump of winning those games they would need to win in the playoffs, I guess.
Okay. What about the Ravens?
Oh my God.
That's Brian, baby, throwing up them X's.
LaFraud Jackson
I think
hasn't
they
won a playoff
are-
game.
What are the tiers again?
So there's contenders, pretenders, sleepers, and one and dones.
Pretenders. I think if they actually, I'll take them. If they do get in, they're going to be a one and done. Reason being is, like last year, he's going to find a way to fuck it all up. He's not good in the playoffs. Everybody knows what he's going to do. He's going to look at his first read, not have it, then he's going to run. By the second quarter, they're going to know what he's going to do, and they're not getting killed like they've lost the last 2 years.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Pretenders. I gotta see it to believe it with Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
I'm gonna go with pretenders as well, but I also think this year Lamar Jackson hasn't really had the season he had last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's taken a dip and hasn't improved in areas we would like to see him improve in, as far as playing QB. And I could see whether they make it or not, they could possibly lose in the playoffs. But I think the Ravens then are going to start looking for a new quarterback.
So I got a quick question. Why isn't the regular fucking media talking about him like he take a dip? And they're talking like they're still sucking his dick like he's fucking an MVP candidate.
Because they ain't the TSR show, baby. We're giving it to you real.
Straight up.
Yeah.
He has looked subpar this season. And those that are saying, well, it's because of this, it's because of that. No, Lamar Jackson has gone to the playoffs this past 2 years and shown you what he is as a QB.
Right.
And now you see it even more often because they did figure him out. He's not breaking out crazy runs. They're not putting up over 30 points a game this season. They're struggling to beat even mediocre teams.
Right.
And so, to me, the Ravens are probably going to be in the market for looking for another quarterback to groom, not necessarily start next season, but to start grooming him up. They need a pocket passer type of that can run, like how Smart said, that can run.
And I just wanted to throw that out there because I was watching First Take. I was all the regular shows. Everybody knows what they are.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are sucking his dick so
Always.
bad. Yes, it's like, are you guys watching the same fucking game I am? You guys look at who's the guy in Allen in Buffalo?
Josh Allen.
Nobody looks at him.
No.
Nobody looks at him.
And he's having a good
I hate
year.
to take it racially, but all the players are going. And a lot of black players are saying, I'd rather take Jackson, Lamar.
Well, they did
Lamar,
vote him
Lamar."
last year the #1 player.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, come on.
The improvement that Josh Allen showed from last year to this year
It's huge.
is like, what, did Lamar Jackson improve throwing the fucking football?
No.
Not even reading, just reading and getting them in the right
He
place.
couldn't
Like,
even put his head in a fucking playbook and learn how to read options better.
He's athletic. I get it. He's
Yes.
athletic. Anyways.
What-
All right, sorry to
That's
tell
Lamar
Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson. I just had to put that out there because
Yeah.
I saw them sucking his dick pretty bad. So
no, and one thing I just want to end this. That's what I noticed with Josh Allen this season. No, with Josh
keep going, bro.
Josh
Keep
Allen
going.
this season is he improved at his IQ at the QB level. Like him reading defenses this year.
Yeah.
And how he gets his team in the right play. That's where I was like, damn, Allen, he just took that next step.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's the next team?
Then we got the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh, I think you put it already. I think before we start, but I think they're I don't want to know. They're not contenders. They're a sleeper team, but they're a year too early.
Okay, there's two Miami Dolphins teams. There's the one with Tua and there's the one with Fitzpatrick. If it's the one with Tua, they're one and done.
Okay.
If it's the one with Fitzpatrick, they're sleepers. That's the way I look at it.
I think right now they're one and done, but not because they're a bad team. Just how he said it earlier, they're just a little too early. But I think they're not going to lose because they're a bad team. They're just in that position. They made it there, but they're not as a full team like blowing you away.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it with the AFC. Y'all want to tap into
Let's go through the NFC.
Yeah.
So right now the Packers are up 19-0 on Tennessee.
Damn, go clinch.
Speaking of how fraud that defense is,
Exactly.
we got the Packers. Looks like they're going to clinch the number one seed with the win tonight. So where do we stack the Packers as?
Contenders.
Contenders?
I think they're contenders.
I'm going to go with contenders for sure. Simply by default, because their people are coming to. They're going to have to go to Lambeau Field,
Yeah.
and they got Aaron Rodgers. I still don't believe in that defense,
It's
but
a little
yeah.
sloppy.
No, they're contenders. It's hard to name them anything else if you have Aaron Rodgers back there.
And the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to. Both of those guys alone make up for what their defense lacks.
We want to give a shout out to the homie Drew. Drew been posting about us. He's been putting us on. And
Drew.
He's a Packers fan, so shout out to Drew. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Chirac. Shout out.
But he like in the nice part.
I don't know. Maybe he stayed by Six Flags.
All right, next one.
We got New Orleans. Where are you ranking them on which tier?
Depends on which Drew Brees throws up. I say contender depends on which Drew Brees throws up. Old man Brees or young Brees?
They ain't gonna be young Brees.
Yeah, they're gonna be young, but I'm hoping he shows flashes of the young. But contenders.
I'm gonna go with contenders. It's a veteran team. I'm just giving Drew Brees the benefit of the doubt once crunch time comes up.
I say one and done.
Ooh.
Hot take.
They're gonna lose in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't. When it's come down to be like beating the opponents, you look at it. They lost against the Packers. They lose against the contenders is what I'm saying. And the Saints team of this year, Drew Brees has taken a step back. They've had Taysom Hill in there running an offense that has really undermined Michael Thomas. Kamara hasn't had a lot of star-studded games. They've had some injuries on defense, and not as far as last season is what I'm saying. They were consistent every game. They played a certain style of play, and they won games last year in a fashion of in control of those games, and I don't see them in control of games enough to win those big games in the playoffs.
Yeah, then Taysom Hill's looking a little Deshaun Jackson like.
Yeah.
So it's hard to beat. And then for him, that you figure this is what freaks me out. They played him over Jameis.
Mm-hmm.
That's a damn shame, you know. All right, next one.
When was his last one though? When was his last 100-yard game? Is what I'm saying. Yes, he had 6 touchdowns. I understand that. But now what I'm saying is, as a whole, in a whole season, have they really blown you away? Even when Breeze was in there, were they a team?
No, I know that, but specifically, you was dodging Kamara, and I'm not a Kamara fan. I think he's a gadget running back,
Yeah.
but he has had a good year. He just had a 6-tug game.
Right, but what I'm saying,
but the team as a whole, I get it.
That I'm speaking more as a whole, is because. Go ahead.
Do you hear the truck beeping backwards?
You're an idiot.
That's Hector. That's Hector right now. That's Hector right now.
I know. What he's saying is, I think what you're saying. I think this is what what Hector was saying is, with Taysom Hill in there, they miss out on Michael Thomas and Kamara because he's a gadget quarterback with a gadget running back.
Here's the thing that's being unsaid this year: is Michael Thomas? He just signed that contract, right?
Right.
Is Michael Thomas? Did he not flame out this year?
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
He flamed out. He flamed out bad. And if they don't have Michael Thomas, who else do they got?
Nobody.
Kamara. That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Emmanuel Sanders. Callaway.
Old man Sanders? No, dude.
Yeah.
Nah.
But yeah.
All I'm saying is they don't blow me away like they did the past 2 years.
That's what I can see. I can see a one and done.
Because of the quarterback play.
Right. They
But
just don't
overall,
seem in control of
yeah.
games. They do not seem in control of games. So when you get into the
But I still put them in the
playoffs,
contenders.
I like I said, I see him as a one and done. We'll see.
But like he said, benefit of the doubt he's giving to Drew Brees as a contender.
And what sucks now is we don't know who they're going to play. That's the thing. Is like if they were to play
Next week we'll find out.
right,
So
because you're not going to play the Packers. They got the bye. If they win tonight, which they're looking to win.
They're most likely gonna play the 7th seed, which is the Bears or the Cardinals.
See, and I could see them losing against the Cardinals.
No,
Maybe not the Bears, but I could see the Cardinals.
No
beating
trust
the
in
Saints.
Mitch.
Nah.
All right, well let's go down to another team. We got.
Seattle.
Let's go with Seattle, the Seahawks.
Contenders. Ooh, honestly, I can see them as a one and done. Because their defense.
See, now we're switching.
Their defense is just terrible. It is terrible, and I don't
But
think,
they're showing some improvement.
and I don't think Russell Wilson could carry them in the playoffs much. It's a different game, guys.
Ooh,
It's a different
that's
game.
a hot take.
Everybody schemes better for you in the playoffs. That's why.
So as y'all can tell, Anthony's still making these predictions based off the hair he still has when he made the prediction of the Steelers going undefeated.
Whatever happened to that?
Yeah, he didn't want to cut his hair.
It's too old.
Hey,
Forgot
let
about
us know.
Yeah.
Me and Anthony made a bet about if the Steelers
And if
did
you
not
guys,
go.
you guys have to find the show and tell us which one it is, and you tell me if that's not a long time ago.
But see,
Okay,
but you can't do that. Devil's advocate, real quick.
What if the Steelers lost today?
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying this: people are cutting my hair because it's so old.
But what I'm
Okay,
saying, what if the
that's what
Steelers
I'm
were
saying.
still undefeated, and then let's say they were to go undefeated a regular season, you're giving him the out of
he
saying,
had-
oh, it's too
I just
old.
want to say something.
No, because we would have talked about it every week. From
No. We said Monday we'll go Instagram Live. He agreed to it.
I did.
You agreed,
but
hang on. He agreed to it. You agreed to it. So I'm hitting him up, and no word from him.
No,
So
I
the
came
next
home.
day he says,
I-
I came home and I fell asleep.
I was-
So how is that our fault?
Because we
He's
stayed
still-
up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
No, I was fucking exhausted.
hey. Do you hear the truck backing up?
Yeah.
We stayed up
Here's the
till
truck
1
backing
o'clock
up.
in the
Now I
morning.
hear, I don't have headphones, but I hear
That's him backtracking.
No, but did we not stay up late that night? And we had to get up early, right?
Yeah, but the
So,
bet,
and then-
regardless though, the bet
You
is
gotta
still
live up
there.
to your bet.
But it's not like for us even to post and do anything like that. It's hard right now because people don't even know I'm cutting my hair.
Well,
That's
that's
we're
what
gonna
you said,
inform
backstory.
him. We're gonna tell
What were
him.
we gonna
yeah,
say?
well, we were gonna tell them, but
All right, okay.
It's not like they lost this week.
Anthony,
They would have
Anthony,
lost today. I
Anthony.
would have been like,
Okay,
I
fine,
gotta come
fine,
back.
fine, fine.
They lost 3
Fine.
fucking weeks
Fine.
ago. That's a month ago.
He-
It's
he
already
might-
been a month.
But we were,
He must have met a girl, and now he doesn't want to look bald.
No, not even at all.
No, but even 3 weeks ago, we were all under quarantine.
Yeah.
Like this is where COVID, you
That-
wanted him to cut your hair.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. It all got gassed out, flamed out. Like,
No, we still remembered it.
Okay, hold on, pause. If
He's
you,
like,
if you get a certain amount of likes, will you cut your hair?
I will cut my hair if we get a certain amount of likes.
How many?
At least 20, 25.
Which
But now
one?
we're doing 2 bets.
No, because I'm telling you, if
25 likes?
Right now it's
Hey,
nice. Right now
he
it's
just
nice.
said, hey, it's on camera. He said, if we get 25 likes, he gonna cut his hair. So, hey, let's get 25 likes for him to live up to the bet.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. It
Do I
flamed
gotta
out.
hit you,
No, you're good. You're good.
No.
It flamed out. Right now it's actually spurring it up, so it's actually kind of cool that we're doing this.
Okay.
Because it's getting it thrown up in the air again, and we know what's gonna go on.
Okay, back to the Seahawks. They are contenders.
Either way, I told you not to take that bet.
Seahawks are contenders.
I say Seahawks are sleepers. Hear me out.
Okay.
People
We know what their
sleeping
defense is. That puts the doubt in our mind. We know that defense wins championships. We don't feel like their defense is strong enough to contend in the playoffs. So I put them as sleeper because I think they are good enough as a whole to win some games.
Okay. They do. When they got Carlos Dunlap, he made a big difference on their defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go as a 4th seed.
Well,
We don't really have a 4th seed, but we're gonna go. As of right now,
Oh my
it's the AFC East winner.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the
AFC
Redskins, the Cowboys.
You said the AFC.
I'm sorry, NFC East winner. The Redskins, the Cowboys, and the Giants.
Because the Eagles are out.
Do they
Who do we expect them?
Do they deserve their own tier?
Hey, dude, this is terrible. I think it comes down to a bad division. We all know this. Somebody has to win. It's almost like being and I know people are gonna get offended by this. It's almost like being the smartest guy on the short bus. Like it doesn't really count for anything. You know what I mean? No. But I didn't say the R word at least because I was about to say it. But.
Okay, move on, bro.
I caught myself thinking, I'm showing some fucking resistance these days. But my personal opinion is I think Dallas has to play the Giants there, but the Giants are in upset mode. So
Yeah.
I think it's a toss up. I don't know who's gonna go, but whoever does go is gonna be the one and done.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. As of right now, it's almost a lock that they're gonna play the Buccaneers. I'm gonna go with pretenders, one and dones. But I think if one team is gonna win a game, I'm gonna go with the Redskins with Alex Smith,
Oh wow.
not the poor man's version of Jamarcus Russell, Dwayne Haskins.
Well, he's out. He got benched today.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 interceptions.
That team just terrible, huh?
He got benched today.
I don't think any of these teams can beat the Buccaneers, but who am I to say?
Well, I call if you're talking about the Cowboys going in and winning that division, definitely contenders at this point. You know,
Right.
the way they're finishing strong. No, I'm just playing with y'all. No, I think so. If the Redskins get in, I say one and done. If the Cowboys get in, I say one and done. I think the Cowboys have a better chance of keeping it interesting in the playoffs than the Redskins do, but I still don't think they win a game.
Well,
The Washington Redskins are gonna win?
No, I still like whoever wins that division. I don't think that division winner is going to win a game in the playoffs. Because if they play Tampa Bay, now here's the thing. I actually do think the Cowboys can actually potentially upset Tampa Bay.
what?
You're
Yes.
crazy.
I think they could if they were to play. I think.
Oh my!
Too
Have
good.
you seen that show, The Simpsons?
Yeah.
You know the main character. His name is Homer.
Yeah.
That's him. You're being a Homer right now.
Yeah, Hey, this is TSR. We doing.
Do you want to make a bet? I'll even give you a point
Well,
spread.
we can't bet. We can only bet that if it's proven that they're going to play. I'll bet you.
We'll
I'll
go
bet
hypothetical.
you.
We'll go hypothetical.
Nah, but then nah.
Hang
Let's
on.
see who lines up
Let's see
first.
who lines up first,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna make a hypothetical bet.
But once it lines up, are you gonna bet?
Can I just hear me out?
That's like me saying like, yo, if my penis doesn't grow 5 inches by tomorrow, you owe me $100.
Oh, see, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, see, like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not in our lifetime. Okay, look, hear me out. It's a lock, almost like 90% that the AFC East winner is gonna play the Bucks. The Bucks are gonna play the NFC East winner. Because they have the highest seed of the wild card. Now, the Cowboys, if they end up, it's the Cowboys having to do their part, not the Bucks, the Cowboys.
Mhm.
If the Cowboys end up playing the Bucks, do you want to make a bet? I'll even give you the point spread, not win or lose, a point spread bet.
Yeah, if they match up, I'll bet with you, but I'm not gonna bet with you right now.
Oh my God.
Why? Why?
Okay.
Why?
All right.
Why we can get all hyped up on a bet that may or may not happen?
Where's this guy going?
I don't know. Don't want to make that bet. Not right now. Until we know, I'll make a bet with you, and I'll honor that bet. You know what I'm saying?
So once we find out about this shit though, once we
Yeah.
find out that they're gonna
That was
be
a
in the
low-key
playoffs,
diss to Anthony right there. That was a low-key diss to Anthony.
Low-key.
A little nudge.
Yeah.
That's a little nudge.
Well, speaking of Tampa Bay now where do we rank them on the TSR tier?
All eyes on Anthony.
They're definitely contenders with Tom Brady. You have to put them as contenders.
Hmm.
The defense is good. I think they're not clicking on offense. I think probably difficulty with the coaching Tom, but other than that, I think they're going good.
They just hung 52 on a coachless Lions. I'm going to say they're in between pretenders, contenders. So I'm going to say pre-contenders. Because I can see them
Winning.
being a fluke.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could see them going on a run.
That's a tough one. It is.
It is tough because I don't want to say contenders because just last week or 2 weeks ago we were talking about how they haven't won a primetime game, and every playoff game is going to be a primetime game. We haven't really seen them beat other than the Packers. You haven't seen them beat a real playoff contention team.
Yeah.
Their defense started strong. I really loved their defense in the beginning of the season, the first 6-7 weeks, and then it started kind of tailing off, and the offense not doing well. I'm gonna go with sleepers because I don't want to put them up on contenders
Because they're a wild card?
Yes,
Yeah.
but I will say sleeper because I think they're good enough to run through.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Rams?
Ooh!
Jared Goff broke his thumb.
And Seattle just beat them, right?
I think they're contenders. No matter what, they're contenders. They're really well coached. I don't know what it is about that young dude, but he's fucking bad.
Sean McVay?
Yeah.
McZay?
Yeah, they're definitely contenders. If Goff has to get healthy, at least play decently. But if he broke his thumb, who knows if he's in? I don't even know
How
if
many
it's-
weeks is that?
No, but what hand is it on? If it's on his throwing hand, he's out. Because he's not going to be able to grab shit.
More than likely, it's going to be his throwing hand because usually it'll break like when he gets hit or something. Trying to.
Yeah, so if it's his throwing hand, like what I think it is, he's not going to play at all.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm gonna go with sleepers, and it all depends on Jared Goff. I think that defense matches up very well with the Chiefs, but they'd have to go to a lot of things would have to happen for that to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm gonna go with sleepers.
I'm gonna stick with you, Smirk. I'm gonna say sleepers as well. Before today, if they would have won and Goff didn't get hurt, hypotheticals, I would have put them at contenders. But right now, I'm gonna have to say sleeper because they're good enough. We've seen them do good.
They're good.
They're well coached. They execute greatly. You had that lapse in golf, those 2-3 games where he wasn't performing up to par. He got that back, but now this injury sets him back. We don't know how long it's going to be.
So
who's their backup?
Yeah, who's their back? That's exactly what I was just about to ask. Who's their backup?
I don't know. It's. I'm pretty sure it's like a no name.
Talking to the mic.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Go with
but
the next one.
I think that's the thing is that worries me. I know their defense is prolific. It's really, really well. Matches up to every other team in that playoff.
Yeah, they have a good defensive line.
It's just
And
nasty.
they're stacked.
And they got really good DBs.
Yeah.
It matches very well.
Yeah, because you have a line to push, and your DB's covering. So really, it's a problem for a lot of teams.
Yeah, I think if they had to play the Packers, if
Yeah.
they made it, I think they paused.
It would match
The
up.
only thing that would cause that is Lambeau Field.
Yeah, but it would match up good, and the fact that the Packers' defense is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
The backup to Jared Goff is John Wolford. Never heard of him.
Ooh,
Probably some rookie.
So
good luck.
that ends that.
They need Jared Goff. They need Jared Goff. They need Jared Goff.
Shout out to all the LA fans, their first game. Their lucky quarterback breaks his thumb. Good luck, everybody.
The only thing I can see is them signing Blake Bortles.
Ooh,
Because
that's
I think he was Jared Goff's backup last year. What about the Chicago Bears?
Oh man,
Come on, bro.
one and done. Easy.
Yeah.
Trubisky sucks. Nick Foles obviously couldn't get it done. Obviously, it's coaching now because that.
What about Big Dick Nick?
Big Dick Nick can't
In
get
the
it done.
playoffs.
They pulled him right away.
Okay.
I think another one too is when you rely on your defense so much and you sign Khalil Mack. Thank you for those draft picks, by the way.
The Raiders didn't do shit.
I know, but hey,
Don't even get me started.
we got something for them. But when you put all your money into the defense, this is what happens. You bet on Trubisky, and now you're gonna be a one and done in the playoffs if you make it.
So Anthony doesn't like paying his players, obviously. Y'all know that. Except for Carson Wentz. I'm going to go with...
I think you guys can catch up.
I'm gonna go with pretenders.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do none. One and done pretenders ain't gonna do none.
Yeah,
They ain't making
just-
no noise.
They're kind of like the Cowboys. It's like, oh, you guys really got in, you know?
Yeah, I can't see them beating the Saints.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that either.
Now we got the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, that's a rough one. If they do get in, contenders. They are contenders.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like them.
I thought I was
Whoa.
being stupid.
I like
This
them.
whole thing.
I think they're no sleepers.
You see
I'm
that
sorry,
yellow bus
sleepers.
coming in?
No, you said
No, I'll say
you
sleepers.
said
I'll say
contenders.
no, I'll say sleepers. I'm sorry.
I was like,
It's a sleeper
I was
team.
like,
bring that
Hey,
second.
hey, you hear the truck back in there? You hear the
No,
truck
no,
back in
no,
there?
no, it's a sleeper team because when I was gonna word it, I was like, oh, I'm wording it as a sleeper team. So and they're sneaky good. There's some Kyler Murray. I like them. I think they're pretty decent. I think they could do some damage. I think people are gonna underestimate them. That's why. That's the money.
So yesterday, I'm gonna put them under sleepers, simply for the fact that I think they have a chance at beating the Saints, because it looks like that's how it's gonna match up. If they get the 7th seed, they'll be playing the Saints. I think they got a shot at beating the Saints. That's why I'm gonna put them under sleepers. They were throwing hellish shade towards Kyler Murray yesterday, and when I say they, a lot of Raven fans saying, "You gotta be kidding me! Don't ever say Kyler Murray is better than Lamar Jackson."
He is.
We already dogged Lamar Jackson enough, so I would take Kyler Murray over Lamar Jackson.
And to the Ravens fans that did say that, remember you're a glorified Brown. The Browns moved to make you, so you're glorified Browns. Just realize that next time you make a comment about another team.
But they do have titles, though.
Yeah, they do
with
have
Joe
titles,
Flacco
but yeah.
and Trent Dilfer.
Yeah.
So maybe they might win another one with a mediocre
Yeah,
quarterback.
they're well known for winning with good defenses
And mediocre
trash
quarterbacks.
ass quarterbacks.
Yeah. What you got?
Damn, that transition real quick.
Yeah, what you got?
For me, I'm gonna say sleepers. I think they have the pieces to win big games. The addition of DeAndre Hopkins really helped Kyler Murray tremendously this season.
He's back. He's
You know, Kyler, when he hurt his shoulder, that kind of worried me a little bit because it seemed to kind of lag. a little longer than you would expect. You saw a lot of velocity on his throws not really being there, especially on the run and having to turn his shoulder to make those. But I think Kyler Murray has taken a big jump all due to DeAndre Hopkins this year. And they, as a team, play pretty darn hard, man. They're always fighting tooth and nail. So, sleeper because they don't blow me away. They don't blow away the competition, but good enough to beat the competition.
And I always like players that start getting better, regressing, not degressing. So that's always good to see, as even though he gets a lot of shit from me.
Is degressing a word?
I don't know, but I just
I
made
think
it up.
regressing and degressing are the same, no?
Regressing is going better, I thought. I'm just
No,
making it up.
regressing is like
Regress is getting bad.
Yeah, regress is getting bad.
Regress and progress.
Progress. There it is. Progress.
Progressing, not regressing.
Progressing is better than degressing.
I thought about it too. I was like,
When I said
Tuesday?
when I heard regressing, I was talking about like degreasing.
I don't know, bro. I'm just
Right.
Hey, he's just happy to be back.
Yeah, so
He's just happy to be
This has been
back.
the most fun I've had all week.
But you know what? It's kind of like Hector. There's a little side shit as we transition into NBA because that was it for all the teams. I'll check Hector on his spelling on text, like when he spells your, like you are
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
your.
Why would
Yeah,
you
he's
want-
like, oh, why you gotta check my spelling?
Well, like, it's text.
Yeah.
It's text. Like, we don't even use punctuation in text.
No, I know. It's texting. I know, but sometimes it's like.
But you
Spell
know what
that
I'm
shit
talking
right.
about.
Spell that shit. I know what you're talking about.
Well, then
but
why
spell
you
that
reject
shit
it?
right. Spell that shit right.
Why do I gotta spell
What's
it
another
right?
one? What's another
And you
one?
can tell somebody's
No. It's a difference between purposely spelling it right and dumbass spelling it wrong.
But then there's also autocorrect where I just hit it and then like I press send and I'm like, oh, what didn't come out? But he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, I
like,
do know
why-
what you're talking about.
Okay, then leave
But-
it at that.
But
Why
it's
do you
one
gotta,
of those
like,
things
call
where
me
it's
out?
like you kind of like
Am I spelling?
he ain't the only one that does it.
My spelling's so bad that my autocorrect starting to spell
We
weird.
That's because he speech texts. us.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't fucking make
but
time.
we wouldn't know. He's hardly on the text. So.
Yeah.
I hate text. I don't know. And
Yo,
then
There's a reason we got green bubbles in our group chat.
so check this out. I was actually gonna say you could tell a woman's age by if there's punctuation in the fucking chat. She's
You
a
think
cougar.
they're older,
She's
right?
a cougar.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or when they start with the capital letter.
Yeah.
There's no
and
run-on
also makes
sentences.
no run-up sentences, proper punctuation. You're like,
I feel intimidated when I get texts like that. Because I'm like, now do I gotta reply intellectually?
no, you don't.
Like, or do I just speak the way I speak?
No.
Or text the way
If
I
they
text.
care that much about grammar, they need to shut the fuck up and go do
Right,
guidance
Smart?
in school.
No, but look, it's not that they care a lot about grammar. It's
You cared enough to reply.
Yeah,
with my
but-
correction.
no. It's like how would I say
If you're
this?
sti-
How would I say- how would I say this?
Spelling words is one thing.
But-
If you're punctuating grammar, there should have been a comma,
But he's also
parentheses. I don't know.
he corrects my
No.
grammar.
It's not that. I don't care about that. Punctuation
Yeah.
is different.
No, but
It's. Do you not know how to spell your
Yeah.
or weird or word?
no, but
We're
I'll
going
say
there.
that. No. I'll say that. I'll text you like that, right? And you have a problem with the your or the you are,
Yeah.
right? But you have no problem when I say I'm OS, which means I'm outside.
Yeah,
Right,
Because
so-
you're purposely doing that.
Okay, but like even if I'm not purposely doing it and it autocorrects because the conversation before I was speaking in a you are as opposed to a your, and I just send it, you know what the hell I'm fucking talking about.
But like on
So then why-
Snapchat, or like on social media, it's like people will post a selfie, post whatever, and then I'll see they'll spell your and whatever or your welcome, and it's the your the YOUR, and it's like, bitch, like do you not know how to spell? Like it's one of those things. It's like if someone comes in and then they're wearing like these shoes that are like whatever, and it's like. You chose to come out with that shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
I don't know the spelling that. I'm like, am I
See,
right?
but like now another question is on a social media post, are you properly grammared in this? Because I feel like I try to be more properly grammar on a post than a text.
And you should, because everybody's
watching it, right? So I feel like judge, like if I see, like if you were to comment on one of my posts and you were like, motherfucker, you said you're, not you are, it should be you are, then I'm gonna go back and edit that shit.
Because you're purposely being a dumb, or not, you're not purposely being a dumbass, you just don't know how to fucking differentiate.
Yeah,
as opposed to I'm OS.
But that's what I'm saying. If it autocorrected and I didn't catch it, I'm gonna feel more like enhanced to go change it as opposed to like texting you. I might just text it back out of spite and be like, all right, are you on your way or you're here?
And you guys just
that's because you're doing it now. Like if you'd have continued to do it, I know you're doing it on purpose. But like when it's the first time, motherfucker, you just misspelled.
I just hate when you call me out because then I get fucking anxiety texting your ass. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta reread all my shit. Yeah, because I'm like, now he's gonna be like, not even. What if I'm telling you something serious and I'm so worried about the grammar behind
oh
it?
my god!
Like I freak out.
It's only no. It's not
dumbing down the text.
Yeah, like I start replying, okay, but okay, AY.
Oh, speaking of which,
He's in your head.
Yeah, like okay, AY.
This is the only man that carries the same texting method since like the 2010. He still replies K. Instead of okay, he says K. Like a fucking chola.
Oh my.
But what's wrong with K? What's wrong with K?
It's funny.
Oh,
I haven't changed my shit since T9. Like whatever T9 was doing, and the acronyms I learned, that I leave it there.
Oh my god.
Because it's sex, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know Hector got in his head that bad though.
No, and I misspell shit. We all misspell shit.
You misspell it, but you're so in my head where I'm like, I don't want to correct this motherfucker because he's gonna read back and be like, well, what about this? I feel like I'm talking to my teacher and asking her for help. I'm like, this is my rough draft, teach. This is just my rough draft. Get your red pen out. Let me know what I did wrong.
There's Hector on the crock pot roasting.
Yeah, like seriously. I'm like, yo, he's about to like.
Dude, don't let him get in your head like that. Fuck him.
Are you done?
All right, so what's next?
NBA talk.
Get
over it.
So let's get into some NBA talk. We kind of structured it a little bit different last week where we were kind of bringing questions in, and you know, with the NBA season on the startup, got a few questions for you. So first one's gonna come out with Kevin Durant. Is he coming back this season to reclaim his throne? Smurf, I'll go with you. Let Smurf go.
Go with you first.
Kevin Durant is coming back for his throne. This is a Game of Thrones here. And Kevin Durant is coming back to reclaim his throne as the best player in the NBA. The most prolific scorer, the most skilled. He's in his bag. He can play some defense. You can even throw him at center. He will guard your wing as far as a KD, as far as a LeBron, as far as a Giannis, as far as a Jimmy Butler. Kevin Durant, he's back. And he's not even all the way 100% yet.
Alright, he's back, but I gotta say, what throne is he really getting?
Oh!
That's all I gotta say. Never been a real big fan. I gotta say, LeBron still holds the throne. I don't see how he holds the throne. So last time I checked,
LeBron sitting on the throne?
yeah, so LeBron's sitting on the throne and everybody's sucking his dick.
LeBron is only sitting on the throne because KD got hurt.
No, I don't see that. He hasn't.
I don't think.
KD hasn't even dethroned him.
He
has never even dethroned him.
I don't think he would have
to
dethroned him last season. KD.
What do you mean he would have dethroned him? Are you guys talking about results? Is that what you guys are talking about?
In general, he hasn't dethroned him.
No. What do you mean? What do you say? You say just because he would lose, say he made it to the finals with the Nets and he lost to LeBron James, that dethrones him from the throne as the best player in the world?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're reaching the top. You're reaching the pinnacle. LeBron is on that throne right now.
Yep.
He reached the top.
He hasn't even regressed.
If LeBron didn't even win the title last year, he still would have been the best player in the league. It's not about. Go ahead.
I can't wait till 22.
No. I mean, devil's advocate. I'm letting y'all talk about it, but I'm just trying to chime in and pull some hairs. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're right.
Right now, you have a pool of NBA players.
Right.
Who are you taking number one?
LeBron.
Who?
LeBron.
You say Kemba?
No, out of all of the players, I would take LeBron. I would take it.
I know, I'd still take KD.
I would still take LeBron.
KD or Kawhi.
He hasn't been dethroned. I don't like him.
What do you mean he hasn't been dethroned? What happened?
Everybody knows that. I know that I don't like. Everybody knows I don't like LeBron. Everybody knows that. But I still consider him the best player in the game. I don't think KD's even taken that away from him.
Okay.
He wasn't that in Oklahoma. It took him to go to Golden State. Yeah, he was great. He was the best guy on that. He was the best guy on that team.
Hey, that's
But
when
he still wasn't the best
That's
player.
when you know when Smurf gets serious. He's always like this. But this is a serious look. He's chilling like this, right? And you say some dumb shit, and you go,
Why does it gotta be dumb shit, bro?
because he looks at you.
I'm not saying you dumb shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there. I'm like, damn, I just did
I'm
some
just
dumb.
saying.
This is the
Sam
grammatical.
Tell me-
This is the
tell me-
grammatical errors that's going down right now.
Tell me when he's taking this. Tell me when he's taking it.
Okay.
Tell me.
So let's take it. LeBron won the title last year, right?
Yes.
So he's the best player. And I said that. He's sitting on the throne, best player. By default, because KD's hurt. The year before that, when the Warriors played the Raptors in the finals, who was sitting on the throne then?
LeBron's still the best player in the league.
See, I
on the best team.
called
And Durant being on the best team in the NBA. That was it.
And they won the titles because of him.
Yeah.
They won the titles because of
But that was a great team.
It was a great team. But you're going strictly based off results. I'm going skill by skill. Kevin Durant is more
But
skilled.
he hasn't still. LeBron is still the face of the league.
Now you're going face of the league. Now you're going jersey sales. What the fuck does that have to do with that?
He is just the best player. LeBron right now, I'd take him over KD anytime.
So wait,
Hell no.
let me ask the question now. Would you rather have KD or Kawhi?
I take KD.
KD, okay. Because if you went Kawhi, I wanted to ask, is he the
wouldn't
next
take-
one to
no.
dethrone LeBron as opposed to KD?
No,
No.
KD is going to dethrone him, but he's still not the best player in the league.
He is.
He's not. LeBron is, and when LeBron's gone, we'll all say that KD is now. That's going to be the way.
You guys are thinking, or KD has to win a title for him to dethrone.
She didn't say that.
Huh?
No, I didn't think of shit. I'm letting y'all know.
I didn't
No,
say that. I didn't say that. I'm saying LeBron's still the best player in the league.
Y'all let us know in the comments if you agree with me or agree
After
with
those
him.
25 likes.
Yeah. Make sure y'all like. What else we got?
Alright. I had to read my own handwriting. Next question.
Door
NBA
looking
talk.
down.
Who is the biggest threat to the Lakers this year? KD and the Nets.
I'm not saying KD. Brooklyn as a whole team.
I knew it all.
Brooklyn as a whole team.
You hear the truck backing up?
It's not backing up. It's just not the best player. I'm not backing up no truck. The thing about it is I'm telling you guys this. Their bench is deep. They have a deep bench. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And the Lakers don't.
Okay, so in the
That was
East,
classic though.
in the East, I would say is the Nets. In the West, I would say is the Clippers. Everybody's clowning on the Clippers. I get it. They choked a 3-1 lead. The media is brainwashing you guys, or whatever. Twitter is brainwashing you guys into the Clippers suck. They just lost by 50 today. I get it. But like I was telling these dudes, They might suck against Denver. They might suck against all these other teams. But they don't against the Lakers. They don't. So if they find some way, somehow, to play the Lakers in the playoffs, watch out. I'm just saying it right now.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you, and I would say the Clippers.
In the West.
Now, yeah, in the West, I will say what's making it hard. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about that. What's making it hard for me is because we talked off camera and we were talking about how the Clippers, to me, I put it in a sense of they lost to some bum teams, and that's why we never saw the Clippers go up against the Lakers. Smurf was like, oh, but Denver's not a bum team. I'm not saying that they're bad. They're actually a good team, but we expected the Clippers to beat those teams that pushed them out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the deciding factor of like, well, if they can be beat by them, the Lakers for sure were gonna rock them, right?
Yeah.
That's just my way of thinking because that's all we can go off of is revisionist history.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what happened. But you're in the second year, you started up early, you didn't have, to me, the Clippers, well, everybody in the NBA, they didn't have that time to dwell on what they've lost because they've had to prepare for the season so quick. So I think mentally, they have the players tough enough, like a PG, to get over that. Right now, then I can see them going up against the Lakers and possibly dethroning them.
And we do know that teams are going to change come trade deadline and come buyout
Yes.
season in a couple months.
Plus, like, you noticed this, and then I started noticing this, is the Clippers matched up really good against the Lakers.
We just never got to see
We
it.
never got to see it.
And that's
why
not the
they
Lakers'
beat-
fault.
But that's why you didn't mention it. That's why they beat them to the regular season, in the regular season, and we didn't get to see it in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, well, next question, sticking with the Clippers. Are the Clippers now, this year, going to live up to expectations?
So I think, and it sucks saying it because, like I said, they lost by 50 today to the Mavs, but I think they're on a revenge tour. I think they will. I still have doubts about PG 13%. Kawhi didn't play today. I don't know if he's back to load management, but like I said, they just better not go as the same model as last year, as if they won some shit when they never did.
Right.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I kind of dislike. I heard some things like on ESPN and stuff like that, watching games, saying that they're gonna go with more of a Jordan mentality and more of a Kobe mentality, like this cutthroat mentality. Shut the fuck up, dude. You guys should have done that fucking last year. No, you guys acted like load management, little bitches. Keep me on the bench, bro. I want to be healthy for the playoffs. Blah 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 blah. COVID happened, blew everything up. And you got the guys as professional athletes. I hope they expected something like that to happen. They probably didn't actually, probably saying, but I think they should have done that last year. I think they should have played a lot harder. I think it took people talking shit about them to step up and be better. I think they're, like he said, on a revenge tour, but I think it's for the reason that they became a bunch of prima donnas.
Right.
PG-13 and Kawhi just turned into a bunch of
Well, they got a new coach, too.
yeah, new coach. That's what I'm saying. They blew up. They pretty much, hey, we all know that PG-13 had a fucking bad issue with Scott Rivers. Or what is
Doc
it?
Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Scott Rivers.
Yeah, and they got rid of him. So let's see you guys perform now. I think they're on, like he said, they are on a revenge tour, but it's for the fact that they became a bunch of whining little babies throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, this kind of goes into your off the top, but I really hate when players do that load management shit because it's like, dude, I can't choose. That's your job. That's how they want to preface it, right?
Yes.
This is our job.
Yes, it is.
Okay, it doesn't mean that I can't go out and have fun. Cool, I respect that. Do whatever you want to do in your free time. I get your job. But I can't tell my job, hey, you know what, I'm not feeling like coming in Thursday, but just, you're still going to pay me, right?
Right.
So it's hard for me to watch players, especially star players, to load management, and especially on road games, because you understand that in the NBA, people are paying to see you. They're paying to see you play.
Stars sell the seats.
Star sells the seats.
Yeah.
They're making the regular season be
Diminished.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that was my next point, was now you're making the regular season meaningless, and it's messed up, because that's what we love about football, right? Is that you better play 110% each and every week, because we're not guaranteed to go to the playoffs. Whereas in the NBA or like in the MLB, you have players taking days off, because it's like, if we lose this one, bro, we got 50 more games coming up.
Exactly.
To where we just got to win 35 of those. So if I sit for the next 20 games and we still lose, we can still make it to the playoffs.
Right.
And it just makes me mad, because it's like, dude, you guys are making a shitload of money, but also choosing when you want to play and not play.
Yeah. And it's, yeah, I see what you're saying. And it's discouraging to people. We're unfortunate not to have professional sports here, right?
Right.
But imagine me. So say I live in, we'll say LA, regular working guy.
Right.
I finally scratch up some money and I want to fucking take my kids to go watch an NBA game. I've never done this before. It's once a year that we maybe get this type of money.
Yeah.
We go and all of a sudden our best player, or the visiting team's best players bench. LeBron James came from the Cavs and he's benched because he wants to rest up.
Or you travel a long way to go watch an NBA.
There you go. Now you're gonna go.
Yeah.
I came here to watch this. This is the only chance I have this money to take my kids to watch this once in a lifetime experience. But this guy
Food and all that.
all that stuff, and now you're going, I can't watch the guy because he's worried about getting injured.
One
Or he's
is
tired.
And a lot of revenue in these sports leagues is fans paying for tickets.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that's discouraging, because now as a fan, do you got to plan out when you're going to buy tickets? Oh, I'm just going to buy them in the last 30 games.
Yep.
And even then, that guy might be resting up for the playoffs because they're going in regardless.
Exactly.
And it's like you said, there's fans out there that scrape up their change. They're not making thousands of dollars a week, and you're taking your kids, your family. I mean, not so much this year because of COVID. But what I'm saying is, before, like, you save up all that time, that money. You maybe even ask for the day off,
Right.
You know what I mean, or the following day off, because it's like, hey, we're gonna go watch LeBron or a Kawhi, and then you see him on the bench, and you're just like, I just spent $600-700 to be here, for my kid to be here. You know what I mean? The least they can do, if you're gonna sit out, be walking around the stadium signing fucking autographs.
Oh, wish
Like, you know what I
they could
mean?
do that.
Get your money's
Yeah.
worth too.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah, we hope all these athletes now realize with this pandemic hitting that, look, your paycheck,
Comes from us.
us fans affect your paycheck.
Exactly. If we're not watching, somebody's not going to your games, nobody's watching ESPN, nobody's doing all this stuff, you guys wouldn't have a pot to piss in their window to throw it.
there's still
Yeah.
a reason why Madison Square Garden, as bad as the Knicks are, still gets sold out.
Yep.
But it's because of superstars playing.
Exactly.
And that's why they sell out. So,
And you think a star's gonna be benched in LA?
yeah.
Or they're gonna get benched in New York? No,
And
'cause
what
they're gonna
does
cater
that-
to the fucking the big city fans.
What does that say to you as an athlete, as a superstar, if you don't want to play in Minnesota, those small teams, in Utah, if you don't want to play in Arizona, this and that, like, that's kind of, you were my favorite player, now you don't want to play in my city?
Right.
Like, what the hell, bro? Like, that's kind of, to me, that just bothers me when they take time out because I got to rest up. Bro, I just tweaked my back at work last week. I still got to show up Monday.
Right. All right. So with that being said, I mean, y'all got any like funny stories to share? Any parental advisory? Anything? Anything funny happening to y'all?
Oh, I can tell you. You guys want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
And my brother will hear this one because it's actually his son.
All right.
Yeah, so tell me this is funny. When me and my brother David started making.
Hold on. Let me get my drink. I like his stories, bro. That's one thing I miss about, like, not being together.
Because you could feed off.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on. Let
So
me
check it out. So it's me, I'm the youngest, I got a middle, and I got a big brother. I never really see my big brother. But me and him were kind of like, we pick fun at people, right? Like a lot.
The sheriff.
Yeah. And so we get here, And everybody gets here first. My brother gets here first. He's like, hey,
When is this? I'm sorry.
You keep saying my
Christmas.
Oh,
brother.
okay, Christmas.
You keep saying my brother gets here first.
My older brother,
Which one?
my brother David gets
Okay.
here. And we're hanging out and we're just chilling. You know, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. And then my other brother, Aaron, gets here. And all of a sudden, next you know, like they're unpacking, you know, putting away the gifts, you know, they're doing everything that they're supposed to. And all of a sudden, there's a McDonald's bag that gets pulled out of one of the bags. And the first thing me and my brother Aaron, me and my brother David do is we look at each other. What the fuck brought McDonald's, bro? Isn't there food here? And my brother David said it was like a little sneaky to me, bro. And who do you think it is? Because my brother has 2 kids, right? So I'm like, do you think it's his youngest or do you think it's his boy? And then, so I'm not gonna say their names obviously, but I go, I think it's the youngest one. It's his daughter, right? And so then he goes, I think it's the son, right? And I started laughing because I'm like, you have to know the situation, like. So we're there, and all of a sudden, next you know, we're about to eat, right? And me and my brother Dave were just eyeballing this bag of McDonald's. See, we're seeing who's gonna grab it, right?
Yeah,
so every time somebody goes in the kitchen, we look at each other like it's like an inside joke that we have going on, right? And I'm like looking at him going, nobody grabbed it. So we were just hanging out.
You're all taking your soup.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally like that, bro. So then all of a sudden we're sitting there, and my brother Aaron, his boy, grabs it, and my brother just lays into him, bro. What'd you get from McDonald's, bro? What'd you get, a chicken sandwich? And the minute that happens, bro, yeah, I got a chicken sandwich in my brother fucking nature. Look at this guy, he's having chicken sandwich, all the food here, bro. We got enchiladas, things like that. Pozole, he's like, this is what I eat here, and I just and then I was like, looking at my brother Dave, like, stop, bro, stop giving him shit, dude. So he sat there, you know, it's cool, you know. I Spanish food, people's foods are not for everybody, but it was just funny, dude. That made that fucking 20 minutes watching that bag was probably the funnest time of my life hanging out, dude.
So who cooked?
My mom did.
So like that's like a sneak shot. That's like a sneak diss to your mom, right there.
No, and I think it's just probably because he eats regular food. I think he just probably like, nah, I don't feel like eating it. Like
that's weird though.
Well, dude, after I said I don't know, but like me personally, like there's times where I went to like I'll say my baby's mom's house, and I was like tired of that lady's food already. I was like, the rice is salty. The chicken's overcooked. The chicken was so dry at one time. And like,
so Hector, I think Hector throws like the best parties that I go to.
Yeah.
And like Hector has like, he always has like the good food and shit. That's like me bringing Panda and opening it up, eating it in front of everybody, and Hector's like, I fucking got food.
I got carne.
What are you eating doing this? What are you doing this shit?
In a Mexican sense, we're all Mexican, right? That's like mad disrespect.
It is.
It's super disrespectful. I remember one time. He did it to me one time.
I did?
Yeah. But it was, so we had a poker night at my house, in my old house. And it was like my first poker night. Like I had just moved in. I was all happy and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like this dude over. And so I'm setting up, but it was right after work, so I didn't like have time to like get carne asada. At that time, I didn't even have a grill.
Yeah.
I just moved in, so we're like posted up. We're about to have a poker night, and I just bought like a pack of taquitos and like chips and salsa, pretzels, finger foods, kind of
snack food shit. Yeah.
So then this fool texts me. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna have food?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I got food here. I got drink." And he texts me like, "Well, what are you gonna have?" And I was like, that's what I have, dog. It's like finger foods,
Yeah.
And he don't text back. He just don't text back. I was like, whatever. So I'm still setting up. I'm doing stuff. And this fool knocks, right? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, let me guess. I don't remember this, but can I guess what I had?
Yeah.
Was it wings?
No.
Oh, but what was it?
This fool pulls up, right? I open the door. Hey, what's up, Swerve? And he goes, what's up, bud? With the bag of Panda Express. And I was like, hey, bro, I had food here. Yeah, but I was hungry. And I was like, oh, so you already ate? He's like, nah, blood, I'm about to eat. And then everybody finally, like, our boy Miller comes in,
And there's
Ray
this-
came
This
in.
dude just throwing a grub.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, you had Panda. You had Panda. It was a little chicken bowl. And he's just eating it. We're watching, because we're waiting for people. So he's eating it on my desk, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of hungry too. You know what
Oh,
I'm
so
saying?
you were like, I want to eat these fucking.
Yeah,
Whatever
so
you
like,
have.
I was like, alright,
So
he's
what
dissing me.
what I'm assuming happened is I probably didn't read your text of I'm gonna have food or whatever it was.
Some, because
So I
you
was
stopped
like-
texting me.
So I was like, I'm just gonna go get food.
See, but in my head, the last text I sent you was the food I had. So when you got there, even
You
my
assumed
lady
that
was
the
like,
food is
did you
good?
not tell me we had food?
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's
I did.
weird, though.
I did.
I did that?
Yeah, it was the only time you did that. It was the only time he did
about
that.
somebody
Yeah,
else.
no, it was the only time he did that.
Well-
Because usually he'll ask, like, you gonna have food or what? And if I say no, like, that's all I got, like, it's not a big deal. Like, if he just spur of the moment came over for a game to watch the game, oh shit, blood, I didn't have.
Well, have you ever had
Big
that?
bait, you know?
Have you ever had that?
Oh, hold up. I think, because I'm not the type to do that. You probably told me you was having some shit. I probably don't even.
That's what I said. I text you,
probably-
hey,
you're
it's
probably
roll
gonna
taquitos, like the oven ones, and just walk and chips and salsa. Like I just got finger food.
Yes, I'm
And
assuming
then
you had
this
like
was
some
like,
shit.
nah, I'm gonna pull some
Yeah.
orange chicken,
Yeah.
some noodles, and I want my damn fortune
Yeah.
cookies.
I was probably on some shit like I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah.
I don't want to snack food.
Yeah, you don't wanna
Yeah,
snack,
yeah.
But have you ever had?
But if you would have told me you were having like some actual like human
No,
food,
but like that's what I'm saying.
human food,
like
like a meal. If you're having like a meal,
Like carne asada or like
Yeah.
tacos
Yeah.
or some shit. Yeah,
Put
like,
shit in my case.
and he's never. That was the only time he did it. And but I remember when he left, I'm cleaning up, and I just see a Panda bag right there. And I was like,
this motherfucker.
now I gotta set my game up once this fool comes.
who
up.
won that night?
You ended up winning.
Oh shit!
You won that night.
I ended up
This
with-
fucking.
I got out real quick. But it sucks because when you're a host at a party,
You got a good memory. I don't even remember who won.
yeah,
This
I
happened.
no, I lost right away. I lost quick, 20 bucks.
When you're hosted, it demands.
Yeah,
It demands
because
thing,
that's what sucked about it. It was my first one, and I was trying to make everybody comfortable. So I'm like, yo, you need a drink? You need something? Oh, let me get you a plate. Let me do this.
You want a
So,
beer?
yeah, so I'm just like playing hands like, ah, no, I'm good. And then I'm like, fuck, I could have won one.
We need a poker night again.
Yeah, hey.
We need a
next week-
TSR poker
next
night.
week. Next week.
That'd be cool.
I'm with it.
For New Year's, I got hella games. Toma todo. I got this candle game that I want to play. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be loteria. We're gonna play some loteria. Bring your change. Bring all that shit.
I'm with it.
What I wanted to ask though, what was the most embarrassing moment of your life?
I know where he's going.
Because what?
Go ahead.
What? Just anytime. It could be like sexual. It could be
Yeah.
school. It could be whatever. I want to know your most embarrassing moment.
I know. Off camera, you wanted to talk about your most embarrassing sexual moment.
Which one?
So,
I have plenty.
I'm going through the Rolodex right now. I'm like scrolling, and I'm going, yeah, I remember that one. That wasn't that bad. And I'm
I'm like, that one was bad. Yeah, it's a little worse.
Oh,
yeah, that one sucked.
I remember being embarrassed, but I played it off. I maybe played it off like too well.
is this like a sexual or just in general?
Sexual one.
You can't play it off.
And I really no. Here's the feeling. This is so long ago, but like the girl was texting me like right after she was asking. So let me get into
Yeah.
So
It's better be funny.
so this is how far it is. This is high school days, right?
Yeah.
So I left high school because
Back in '76.
yeah, back in '79, you know.
Adam,
I
I
was
was
so check it out. Like, so I was like, okay, so first girlfriend. I've only had one girlfriend at this time. And I used to fuck around on her a lot. It was so awesome. Like I was getting pussy left and right because I'd never been in a relationship before. So everybody, when they saw me have a girlfriend, these girls just started coming, dude. It was like it was like hitting home runs all the time because my girl was actually a decent girl. She was good looking, plus she was nice.
Yeah.
So like for me to fuck around on her, poor girl, I feel sorry for you. If you watch, I'm so sorry. But I
She's a
used, dude,
billionaire.
and I used to literally text other girls right in front of her
Wow.
and just tell them we're friends.
Straight savage.
I don't know why you're getting mad. We're just friends. And the girls would literally go back and say we're just friends, but it was not friends at all. It was fucking around, kissing, in some way cheating, right? So it was like either going to their house, making out with them, getting a little finger action, whatever,
Yeah.
or it was something, you know. It was just so foul back then. I look back on it and I'm like, God, I should have really stayed with that girl because she was a keeper, dude. Because
Yeah.
I had her
She's the one
now.
that got away, but you messed it up.
Yeah, but you're young, you don't give a
Yeah.
fuck, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this day I kind of look back on, fuck it. So there's this one girl. I can never get her alone, bro. She never fucking wants to get hooked up, and she always had a boyfriend, and it was always hitting up on the back end, like. So I was like, fuck. So one night she calls me up randomly. She comes to the house. Back your time. Mobile home days, bro. Or
Oh,
when someone is wearing
you gotta
high
walk
heels. When someone is wearing high heels, it was clack, 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 clack. And I was like, hey, take off your heels. What the fuck? She comes over. I had to tell her to take off her heels. She's walking, tiptoeing. She's holding her little fucking things. I take her to the room, bro. And first I'm like looking at her. And the first thing I noticed, and I'm going, because I hadn't seen her in a while. I was like, she got no children, but like, I don't care. And then I noticed this thing on her eye. I had never seen it. I don't know why I'm looking at it, but it's like a beauty mark, but it sticks up, right?
Oh, okay, I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah.
And I'm looking at it the whole time. I'm like, I can't stop looking at it. Like, we're having a conversation. I'm going like,
You're like Austin Powers.
yeah.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it the whole time. And she's like, what are you looking at? And I said, oh, nothing. And I was like, let me turn off the light. So I turn off the light. I turn off the light.
Then he starts feeling her.
So then all of a
all
sudden,
like-
so now I'm going in my head, where the fuck did that come from? I've never seen that thing. What the fuck is that? I said, it has to be like a beauty mark or something like that. So I just kept looking at it. Finally, I was like, fuck it, okay. This chick really wants to fuck you, right? I'm like, God damn, I really want to fuck her too. So, me and my chick were fighting at the time. So, I hadn't really had sex in a while, and you're talking, this is what, 19-year-old, 20-year-old me maybe? And all of a sudden, next note, we start going at it. And the excitement of fucking her is just overwhelming. I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to fuck her. Dude, it was maybe 35 seconds, bro.
No
I
shit.
swear to God.
That's the worst.
I
dude.
swear
That's
to
the
God.
worst.
And I was just like,
He went Patrick Mahomes.
oh
last
my God. It was
inning drive.
so, and dude, so I just went, popped, and I went, okay, damage control. First thing in my head was going, damage control. I said, hey, acting like I didn't come. I said, we just gotta stop. And she goes, no, I know, I felt something. And I think she wanted to say, I felt you come, right? She would have totally been cool, let me reload. I know this looking back on this now.
Yeah.
But a younger me, I'm going, no.
Bro, even now, I'm like, I need a counselor. I need blue chew. I need black chew. I'm like,
Dude, so I'm fucking like,
start doing some
I
push-ups.
jump up and I go damage control right away. I'm like, hey, yeah, I think we just need to stop it. And dude, I just remember she got so hurt. Like, her face went from being happy, and I just saw this thing like frown. I didn't even look at her frown. I just saw it droop. And I went, this girl's sad, bro.
Teardrop.
And then she is sad, dude. And I just went, oh my God, what did I do to this girl? Self-confident. And I'm playing it off like I just stopped, right?
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, so this is back in the day. So I had a job, I had a full-time job. And all of a sudden, next thing you
Back in the
know,
day, like, we ain't got a full-time
yeah,
job.
no, I know, but like for a young
Been part-time for the past
But
10
like
years.
back then, it was like
Yeah.
a big deal, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was working, and then she just hits me up one day, and I'm like pulling overtime. This is around the holiday season. I remember that part. This is why it's making me think about it being the Christmas season. And she goes, hey, can I ask you a question? So this is I texted, yeah, what's up? And she's like, so it went on. It's like, I really want to ask it. I remember this in detail because I was in the back. We're unloading a truck, all this shit, right? And I put my phone down, and I just remember, I remember talking to you about sex, and I remember you saying that if you and I guess I must have talked to her about this, that if you kind of felt grossed out, that you would just stop with the girl. And that was my MO back then. Like, if I felt like a girl had a stinky pussy or something was gross about her, I used to just stop and be like, I'm out. Like, it was before I really...
You wouldn't even take one for the team? And
I became a filthy animal in my 20s. That's when I said fuck. When I started throwing caution to the wind, it was like 20 years old. But like when I was younger, I was like, you're young, you're impressible, or whatever that is, where you think stuff's gonna happen to you. So I was like, oh, I want to get STD, shit like that. And then I'm getting 2. And then I'm getting the clap twice. It's been cured, ladies and gentlemen.
It seems like that didn't work out. That was
that's exactly what made me throw caution. Because like I was still like saying, hey, I didn't hook up with that girl. She stunk. Hey, I didn't do this because this girl grossed me out.
Yeah.
But I landed up still getting stuff. So I was saying, fuck it, might as well fuck everything. So in my 20s, I just did whatever. But she told me that. I never, ever texted her back, bro. Ever.
So now she
But you don't text anybody back, Leo.
Back then, this must have been irregular. Back then, this must have been. But back then, it was probably like.
So did you call her after?
No, so back then, it was probably like. I used to hit them up right away, hit her up, and I just never did. And I just I read it, and I just told, and it wasn't like I didn't. It was like I got wrapped up in work. It was like, I'll text her tomorrow. And then I just kept putting it on.
By the time you realize it, it's like a week later.
Yeah.
It's like, why even have this conversation?
Why even have this conversation now? And dude, I saw her like a couple years later, and I got the most dirty look ever. And I was like, we're already starting to go to bars. And I just remember looking at her going, God damn, I feel so bad. Like, who knows? Like, I really do feel bad because I know it was my fault. I knew it was my fault, but I just made her feel like shit, essentially.
Nah, but see, honestly.
But then that's your own insecurities.
Being in that situation before, I would prefer her feel like shit and not know what happened to me. Because then I can live with that of like, she'll never have that story to be like, this fool just nutted in like 28 seconds.
But I bet you she'll never tell that story about me ever.
Wait, exactly. You saved face, bro. Like, I'm looking at it like a win. That's a win right there.
Now that I look back on it,
every time it's happened to me, I had to face the consequences right then and there.
I wouldn't doubt it. She went with some like low-level dude now because her confidence was kind of shit.
Hey, as long as you know you're good.
Yeah. But she had a really banging body at the time. It was don't ever feel bad if you ever do see this. Don't feel bad. It was a compliment. I just got so excited.
What we need to understand is we don't nut early because we don't enjoy it. Sometimes it just happens.
And it's a mental thing. I build up fucking this girl so bad in my head. But that's sometimes when I really, I'm like, God, I gotta get some strange. And
no, but even if you're like super stressed out though, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Like if you're stressed out from work and all of a sudden you getting laid, you're just gonna blow the load. My most embarrassing, it's up there. I had plenty.
So it's your turn now. Can you give us a slight condensed?
Yeah, no, this one's quick.
I'm so sorry.
No, this one's quick. It's not sexual. Sorry. But I'm in 5th grade, right? I'm probably 10 years old at this time.
Oh, here we go, live model.
Oh God, again?
Check this out.
Again?
So I'm in school, right? We're in school, and we used to get out at 4 o'clock. And at this point, it's like 3:45.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I just get the Bee Gees, bro. I get like bubble guts, like out of nowhere, bro. I just like I'm like there coloring, or I remember just writing something down, and all of a sudden just, and I was like, oh shit, and I'm like, oh, well, I can hold it in. Now 10 seconds later, it's like started here, it's like, and then, and next thing you know, probably a minute later, it's like down there,
it's
bro.
like
And
a
I'm
back
like,
door.
I'm literally sitting at my desk. You know, and it's one of those desks where you're, you know, it's the chair connected to the desk, so I'm just like,
Trying to take pressure
yeah,
off
it's
your
like,
ass.
yeah, it's like,
I know.
all I got is 14 minutes, so it's fucking starting to come down. And we're the last class from the bathroom, right? Keep that in mind. So then I raise my hand and I'm like, Miss, can I go to the bathroom? She's like, oh no, so-and-so is out, you gotta wait till they come back.
Emergency,
you gotta pass the hall. The hall pass, so like literally it's coming, bro, and I'm like, Miss, please, I really need to go. And she's like, I really need to go. She's like, just, wait for so-and-so to come back. Finally, not even 10 seconds after I asked, it's coming out, bro. It's like, I can't even prairie dog it at this point. Like, we're way past that point. The minute I open up my asshole, that shit's coming out. Like, so I'm like squealing, like
you're like this, and your legs.
Yeah, bro. I'm just like. So I get up, right, and I get up and I walk to my teacher like this, like that, and I bend down. I'm like, Miss, I really need to go. Like it's about. She's like, well, you know the rules, Hector. You gotta wait for the hall pass to come back. As I'm talking to her, finally so-and-so comes in, fucking hangs the hall pass off, and I just bolt. Dude, I don't even wait for her permission, nothing. I bolt out the door, grab the hall pass, and I'm running, dude. I'm running towards the bathroom, and I'm like, you can make it. Lo and behold, this teacher's walking by, and she's like, no running in the halls. Fuck. So like I kind of like slow down a little bit and then I start to run but look back and she's like, what did I just say? So she watched me all the way to the bathroom. As I'm walking, I'm like, damn, hell no. Because at this point, there's movement inside my body, bro. So that shit it's down the pipeline.
Yeah.
So she watches me, there's double doors, of course. So I open the first door, open the second one. The bathroom, you walk in, there's no door, it just rings around.
Yeah.
Soon as I ring around, bro, all over, and I'm wearing jean shorts, bro. Wearing jean shorts and fucking just shit. So finally, I sit in the stall, dude. Pulling down, I just see the shit all over my boxer briefs, all over my jean shorts. I was about 10, bro. And so I had to do what I had to do, bro. I got toilet paper. I cleaned it up, dog. I had to scoop and fucking clean it up as much as I can. I ended up taking out my underwear, only a little bit, like got on the jean short.
Yeah.
But I took my underwear, I threw them in the fucking trash can.
That's the best way to do it, bro.
Yeah, and I was
Throw
just
your
like,
underwear away.
I waited in there, bro, till like the last minute before the bell rang. I finally come back. Bell rings. I fucking grab my backpack. At this point, I'm talking to this girl that I really like. Her name was Rose at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking to her, so like it's Friday, right? We're about to hit the weekend. I'm walking towards her, or right next to her, trying to spit game. Like, oh, what are you gonna do this weekend?
Yeah.
A little heckle, like trying to spit game. As soon as we get to those double doors, she's like, can you please just get away from me? Something is really stinky.
She should have had COVID and lost her smell.
Yeah, she was just like, it smells, I'm sorry, Hector, you smell really bad. Bro, the most humiliating, I turned red so fucking quick.
That's sad, bro.
And I'm walking to my parents' car, they came to pick me up. It's a fucking minivan, bro. Like, all this shit is just adding up. I started thinking about, like, my life. I'm like, damn, I just shit my pants. Walking to my mom's car. It's fucking minivan. I gotta slide the door. You know what I'm saying? Gotta slide the door. Walk up in there. Slide it back.
Did
Close
other
it.
people tell you you stunk?
Yeah, huh?
Did other people tell you you stunk?
Bro, when she said it, I just, like, ran out.
No, but
They probably were
in the
thinking
car.
about
What
it.
did your parents smell?
So luckily we lived like right up the street.
Yeah.
And my parents, like, my dad, he's in the car and he's like, how's your day, mijo? And I was like, just go home, Dad. And he's like, okay. And pulls off right to the stop sign. And he's like, he turns to me. My mom turns to me. First, my mom's all, ¿te echaste un pedo? And I was like, nah. He's all, and my dad turns, he's all, ¿qué, te cagaste? And I was like, yeah. He's all, no mames. I was like, yeah. like, and my mom's all, as soon as we get home, you're throwing away those shorts. And I was like, these are my favorite pair of jean shorts. Like, I had to
That's
throw them away, bro.
You know, real Cowboy fans.
Oh my God.
You know, real Cowboy fans always in the starter package jean shorts.
Hey, and you know what it was? Y'all know the brand?
South Pole.
Yeah!
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That was one of my
That
most embarrassing
sucks,
moments,
dude.
bro.
All right, well,
I thought that was fucking
I got a little funny story. Hector knows this one, but the world doesn't, and Anthony doesn't.
Oh.
So it involves Hector and his lady. So one time Hector, he kept saying, "I need you to put songs on my
Oh
phone."
my God, bro, you're gonna say this shit right now.
No, tell me to stop. Tell me to stop.
If it gets the views up.
You sure?
Yeah, bro. You're gonna have to explain it to my lady, though.
I can stop.
Nah, go ahead. It's a funny one. It is funny.
Yeah.
So
We don't know her. We don't know. Nobody knows her.
Hector,
Nobody knows her.
She don't watch the show.
I'm talking about things so personal.
she's been blocked. So Hector, he kept telling me, "Hey, I need you to put songs on my phone." And this is the pre-Spotify, Apple Music, pre-whatever. So you would have to actually download music and put them on your phone.
Yeah.
This is our first iPhones that we got. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to have music
So,
downloaded
yeah.
on your iPod, right?
So I don't know what settings were on my computer. I don't know what the hell it was on my iTunes on my computer, but it copied all of his content onto my computer.
Oh yeah, because they used to sync.
Yeah,
You
it had
saw-
to-
the minute you
yeah.
plugged it in with somebody else's computer,
it
goes to
it
that.
copied everything, and so there were a couple of things left on my computer, and I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it until I'm watching stuff, and then it just started playing, and it all started with an audio message. I don't know why he recorded this. I don't know why, if he meant to record this or if he butt recorded it or whatever. But all of a sudden, I hear a E40 song in the background, right?
Yeah.
And with Too Short. And all of a sudden, I hear Hector and his lady talking, and Hector's saying some explicit shit. And you just hear Hector moaning, and then you hear like sounds in the background of suction, of like, yeah. And Hector going, moaning. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Is he egregious? Is he egregious when he's
And
moaning?
I go to my iTunes. Thank God nobody was at my house. But I go to iTunes and it's audio message. And it's like, what is all this shit? So I then I told Hector about it. I say, hey, Hector, you left some shit on there. And then there was a video.
That's not how he, just real quick, that's not how he asked me, but that's how he
Did you watch the video first?
No.
Finish it.
No. So there was a video, and let's just say that I know Hector inside and out as well as his lady.
Ow, my head.
So the way he brought it up though, right? He sends me a
So the
text.
angle
No,
was
check this out.
above? The angle was above?
Huh?
The angle was like above?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. This wasn't that. It was something else. But go ahead.
But
Oh,
anyways,
was
the
it
way-
like a faraway picture, like of them doing it, or is it like a
it's
POV?
yeah,
Was it
it's
POV
more-
point of view?
It was like POV.
Oh.
Let's just say it wasn't professionally filmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was POV, point of eyes for him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And-
Honestly, I can't remember. I just remember.
Oh, I know. I remember. Because
Go ahead.
this
Sorry,
fool-
I'm just trying to get the camera angle
This
down.
fool, he ends up texting me, and he sends me. He's like, "Hey," that's all he says. I was like, "What's up, bud?" He's like, "Hey, bud," and that's what he says. And then after that, he sends a video, and he, before I even open the video, he sends another text, and he's like, "You left this shit on my computer." and I'm like, "What?" So I play the video, and it's. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And he just calls me after I text him, laughing. I don't even get him to say anything. He's just laughing. blah. And I'm like, yo, bro, how the fuck do it? He's like, I don't know. I put music, and I got all your shit. And I was like, well, did you delete it? He's like, maybe. And I was like, nah, bro, you
No, I had
gotta
to delete that
shit.
shit.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta delete that shit. And he's like, nah, I did. But that's how he let me know. He was like, you left this shit on my computer. And I opened it, and I was like, oh shit. And my lady knows about it too. Because I showed her, I was like, so.
She's like, that's embarrassing. All right, well, that about wraps it up. It's the TSR show.
Another week.
Later, guys.
It feels like it's our first one back, but you know, we back at it like a crack addict.
Yeah, it's been fun. I had a lot of fun.
25 likes.
Remember.
25 likes.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Peace out, y'all.
Like,
Later, bye.